Now we see next Schrodinger wave equation, which is Schrodinger's time dependent wave equation. That Schrodinger's time dependent wave equation, this equation is dependent on time t. We'll see that how it is dependent on t. For that purpose, again we'll consider a particle of mass m moving with velocity v. The wavelength of the de Broglie's matter wave associated with it is given by lambda is equal to h upon p, or we can write lambda equal to h upon mv, where p is the momentum that we can write as mass into velocity also. Let's equation number 1. The general differential equation for matter wave with wave function psi and velocity v can be written as dou square psi upon dou t square, which is equal to v square dou square psi upon dou x square plus dou square psi upon dou y square plus dou square psi upon dou z square, less the equation number 2. This equation number 2 we can write as a simple form as dou square psi upon dou t square is equal to v square del square psi. Let's equation number 3. These del square, where in equation 3 del square is Laplacian operator having value dou square upon dou x square plus dou square upon dou y square plus dou square upon dou z square. So where we get the equation number 3 as dou square psi upon dou t square is equal to v square del square psi. This equation number 3 is second order differential equation having solution psi of x, y, z and t is equal to psi naught of x, y and z into e raised to minus omega t. In simple form, we can write that as psi is equal to psi naught e raised to minus omega t. Let this equation number 4. Now, these equation number 4 we have to differentiate in Schrodinger's time dependent wave equation. These equation we are going to differentiate. Difference is that only differentiating a single time, whereas in time independent wave equation we are differentiate it in 2 times. Now when we differentiate the equation number 4, we get dou square dou psi upon dou t is equal to psi naught e raised to minus omega t, and the exponential part which is differentiate, which we are getting minus I omega. Now from equation number 4 we know the psi is equal to psi naught into e raised to minus I omega t. So we put psi is equal to psi naught e raised to minus I omega t. So these complete term, these become psi only, and remaining is minus I omega, and this term is psi. Let the equation number 5. As we know E is equal to h nu by Planck's equation, so we can write nu is equal to E upon h. Just we have taken this h that side, so nu is E upon h, and we also know the angular frequency omega is equal to 2 pi nu. Omega is equal to 2 pi nu. Now if we substitute the value of nu from here, value of nu from here, which is E upon h, so omega becomes 2 pi E upon h. Now these 2 pi at numerator, this 2 pi is at numerator. These numerator term we can write as denominator by 1 upon that value. So this 2 pi we are adjust here. So omega's value we can write E is upon h upon 2 pi. So when you are writing these value from numerator to denominator, that time its value not changes, but we know here this h upon 2 pi is a reduced Planck constant. So instead of h upon 2 pi we can write as h cross. So this omega value becomes E upon EH cross. Let's this is equation number 6. Put the value of omega into previous equation number 5, so that equation becomes dou psi upon dou t is equal to minus I E upon h cross psi. In previous equation number 5, there is dou psi upon dou t is equal to, that is equal to minus I omega psi. Now we have put here the value of omega, which is E upon h cross. So just simplify this equation. We are keeping this E psi one side and take this minus I upon h cross to other side. So it becomes this h cross, it is a denominator, it will go to other side to in numerator, and minus I goes to denominator with the minus sign as it is. So E psi it gives to minus h cross upon I into dou psi upon dou t. So we are going to simplify this to cancel these minus sign. We can take instead of minus value, that is minus 1, instead of minus 1 we can write in complex form as I square. So to adjust I square at numerator, so we can multiply and divide these by I square. So we get I square upon I into h cross dou psi upon dou t. In numerator there is I square and denominator I, so one I get cancelled and it remains I h cross dou psi upon dou t. So we are getting this value E psi is equal to I h cross dou psi upon dou t. Let's this is equation number 7. Now we know the Schrodinger's time independent wave equation is del square psi plus 2m upon h cross square E minus v psi is equal to 0. So these in this equation inside the bracket there is E minus v into psi. If we multiply this psi inside the bracket, it becomes E psi minus v psi. So this equation becomes del square psi plus 2m upon h cross square into in the bracket E psi minus v psi, which is equal to 0. Previous equation we have find the value of E psi. Let's substitute that value of E psi here. Then this equation becomes before that we can take this plus term to other side. So that time del square psi is equal to minus 2m upon h cross square in bracket E psi minus V psi. Then to cancel this minus term from this here, so we are multiplying both sides by h cross square upon 2m. So from this side this complete term get cancelled, but in other side we are getting that term in reverse order. So we'll get minus h cross square upon 2m into del square psi, which is equal to E psi minus V psi only. So just we simplify this minus V psi, take to other side, so this minus become plus, and we get minus h cross square upon 2m del square psi plus V psi is equal to E psi. Let's this equation number 8. Now from equation 7 and 8, or from equation 7, equation 8 becomes minus h cross square upon 2m del square psi plus V psi is equal to I h cross dou psi upon dou t. Here we have put the value of E psi, which is we have already calculated. So this equation becomes, again I am repeating, minus h cross square upon 2m del square psi plus V psi is equal to I h cross dou psi upon dou t. Let's see equation number 9. This equation number 9 gives the Schrodinger's time independent Schrodinger's time dependent wave equation. The wave function psi depends on all space coordinate x, y, z, and it also depends on time t. Now if we observe equation number 9, then that time you can observe there are two operators. First operator is here minus h cross square upon 2m del square plus v. Just by taking common the wave function psi, so remaining term is one of the operator. Then operator is h, or we can say it is Hamiltonian operator, which is always written in the letter h, while this side this already we have used that operator, because in previous step we have written is as E psi, and that E psi is energy eigenoperator, and that E having value I h cross into dou upon dou t. This is energy eigenoperator. So by using both operator in equation number 9, the equation number 9 becomes h psi is equal to E psi. This is other form of Schrodinger's time dependent wave equation. So we have seen Schrodinger's time independent wave equation and Schrodinger time dependent wave equation. Okay, thank you.